Okay, so are you guys happy?
Beautiful.
Okay, so we are on the second half of the episode 43. NBA. LeBron, Ramon, Goat, James has finally passed Kareem. He's the all-time leading scorer. 20 years, amazing. We already know everything, but
But you're going to tell us.
yeah, I just briefly want to say, for someone that watched his career from day one, I think this is an amazing accomplishment because for the longest, no, they said this record would have never been broken. You speak to some of the, you just hear the interviews, and a lot of guys, especially Magic and these guys, they say I would have never thought in my lifetime that somebody would have passed this record
In their lifetime.
in their
Yeah,
lifetime.
right.
So I think it's a great accomplishment. He's still playing. He said that he said that
Hey yo,
he said he feels good. He's still like he's still gonna play for a couple more years. So I think it's gonna be pretty tough to beat LeBron's record. And real quick, but for somebody that is not known as a scorer to have the all-time
no. Somebody that's always left off the all-time scorer.
scoreless and who was a pass first.
Can we stop talking about he's
Not-
not a
not-
pass
not-
first break? Look,
He's
Listen,
pass
not-
first.
Bro.
Not only that, we didn't have like spurts where his point per game fluctuates. Like let's say like you go like 35 to 25 and then back to 35. It's just been just steady coasting all. the
you
way.
know what? You may not have been known for a scorer. Let me go ahead and stop this. You
Okay,
say you're
what's
not
up?
known for
All
a
the way to
scorer,
the ground.
but majority of your points are done down in the paint.
So is
And,
Kareem.
So-
and Kareem was
So is
shooting
Kareem.
threes,
Okay,
right?
okay. My point. That's my point.
Michael Jordan was shooting threes.
Oh,
too.
but he was a perimeter shooter too. He had the best shot
Shaq
and the
was
best
shooting
shooter out
threes,
there.
I
So
know, right?
You can't compare that.
AI
So
was shooting threes.
I know,
okay,
right?
but no, what I'm saying, what I'm saying is,
Okay.
it's just like sitting there saying, DeAndre Jordan and Tyson Chandler at 100% field goal. Of course, you're getting all your lobs at the rim. You can't miss. When he was with, I'm sorry, I do apologize. I do apologize.
I
But
had to check it.
Hey, it was Lob City in Miami. You're getting all your points. You're getting all. I'm not sitting there saying, "Hey, phenomenal feat." I congratulate him for doing that.
Did he do anything
Thank
that
you.
was outside of the 90-foot rule book of the game?
No, I'm just sitting there saying y'all stressing the fact that he wasn't a scorer when he was scoring. He was
No,
scoring.
We're saying
He wasn't scoring
You might
like
be
Jordan.
in the conversations of scorers,
He's never
we're
there.
not the first. He's not top 5 that we think of.
Well, I'm just saying who
We'll
y'all
go
trying
down.
to who
We'll
y'all trying to
go
convince?
Kobe, Jordan, AI. We don't even throw Kareem in there half of the time because we're just thinking about the flashiness of the scoring. We'll even say McGrady and so on and so
Hold
forth.
on, nah.
but we
Guess
never
what?
mention him.
LeBron didn't have that killer instinct.
He didn't, but his and that's why he's like he is in the championship ring. So y'all sit here and say, well, leave out the championships, but you just
No,
sat
we
here and
never said
alluded
that.
to.
No, we never
hold
said
on,
that.
because a bunch of you in the
I
little
never
video you
said
sent. Yeah, a lot of them sitting there saying that championships don't matter. Oh, well, then you start talking about the individual. Well, it's a team sport. You can't win it by yourself, but you're talking about two people. You're talking about LeBron James and Michael Jordan. You're not talking about the Chicago Bulls and the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Miami Heat and the Cleveland Cavaliers again and the Los Angeles Lakers.
So let me ask you real quick.
Yo, this
Real
man
quick.
just had it
A rant. He had a whole rant.
Exactly.
He had a
I'm just
rant.
saying, let's keep it real, man. Look,
Okay.
the guy did
He
an
said that
excellent
little
job.
video you sent.
So look, let me ask you real quick.
That's
If
wild,
you swap Mike and LeBron, right?
Uh-huh.
You put LeBron on that Bulls team, you put Mike on the Cavs team, who would have more rings throughout their career?
I don't know.
You
Because that's an if. Hey,
you,
what?
you
hey,
put LeBron with Scotty and Phil Jackson.
hey, man, what if water wasn't wet? I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't know. You know what I mean? All
That's-
I know is,
That's gonna be a clip for this episode 43.
look, phenomenal feat. Congratulations, LeBron James, man. You know what I'm saying? You did an excellent job. Your career is phenomenal. You're legendary, but
outside of the GOAT debate, let's just focus on the feat itself, that milestone itself.
yeah.
What do you think of it?
I think it was excellent. I mean, it took a long time for it to happen, and somebody finally got it. and it happened to be LeBron James. Good job.
Do you think that anybody in today's current game has the ability to because we've seen different versions of LeBron throughout his career and throughout the teams that he's been around or the teams that he's quote unquote assembled around himself. We've seen different versions of himself to where he stays consistent in his scoring output and his impact. Do you see anybody that could do that in today's game?
Not in this generation. There's too many injuries.
Too many injuries?
Yeah, it's too many people hurt. I mean, look at Steph. Look at KD. I mean, we just talking about
Luka.
stars. Look at Luka.
Luka just came back
He's
yesterday.
young. Ja.
Booker just came back this. Is he? Yeah, he just came back
Yeah.
last week or 2 weeks ago.
If you're speaking on superstars right now, maybe it's somebody that's in here that we haven't seen that probably, I don't know. But as far as stars go right now, no. It's going to be another 30, 40 years before it happen again.
I asked the same question, and the only person I can think of is Giannis. But Giannis's first 6 years of his career, his output wasn't that much, and now
But he's been hurt too, so.
well now that he's putting up 40, 50, 30, whatever, whenever he wants. But you lost 5 years on the early end, and then once your athleticism declines, and you have to really play basketball, he doesn't have the skill set to be able to shoot the ball. Like LeBron became a decent shooter, a respectable shooter, the back half of his career. Giannis isn't quite there, and I don't think he may even get there. That's the only difference maker. Maybe 28, maybe 30,000. Giannis might get there.
The only way that happens is they take out load management. If you
Yeah,
don't remove the load management, it's not going to
And
get
then you have players that load manage. Think Carmelo was a prolific scorer.
right.
Should have been rookie of the year with LeBron. But he's what, top? Is he even top 10? I think he cracked top 10. Right at 9.
I know he's top
10.
20. Something like
I
that.
think he cracked 9 or 10 or something like that. But
I
that's
mean,
it.
The only
Kevin Durant is so far away as well.
And
The
he
only
stays
person-
hurt a lot too. So
the only person that can catch LeBron is Cam Johnson. Cam Johnson, if he continues to average
Yeah,
40
if he
points a game
giving us
for
40
the
every
next
night
20
the way he's
years.
doing.
I mean, it's not going to happen, man. In no time soon.
Difficult. It's a difficult
But
feat to accomplish.
From the
but
players
it's
we
dope.
got now,
Mike could do
I
it.
don't think so.
Michael Jordan could do it.
Oh, he probably
because
could. I
Michael
mean-
Jordan is the only player in NBA or any history that retired and got better. I've never seen somebody who retired and his stats got better.
Twice.
His allure got better. He never missed a shot.
Now, if you
He never like.
you take those 6 years right there and just combine them with the 15 that he played. I mean, even that, and nobody wants to take notes of that. That a 15-year span of what he done in 15 years playing. You know what I'm saying?
You see the passion.
The
You
GOAT.
see the passion.
You know when somebody speaks
The
with
GOAT.
passion, they
You
start
see
closing
the
their
passion.
eyes.
The
Like,
GOAT.
damn.
I'm just saying. We want to speak longevity, but look what this man accomplished in a shorter span. So,
Listen,
5
look,
years.
You would have
Look.
thought he was singing the national.
I know, right?
anthem just now, bro.
I thought he was going.
Passionate.
Hey man, he in my top 5 for sure.
Who Jordan, right?
LeBron,
Yeah, I know.
LeBron. He my
Jordan's
top
in your
5.
top five.
He my
So
top
this-
5.
Does this
No
put
doubt.
him? Let's just say you're doing a top 5.
Okay.
Kareem is obviously in there.
Yep.
Does this put LeBron over Kareem?
No,
At least.
no, I think he's third. I got Jordan, Kareem, and LeBron.
But here's my
I
question.
did have LeBron at 2, but I don't know, man. Just Kareem was different.
So,
How
okay.
how many rings Kareem got?
6 and 6 MVPs
But he
and 2 college championships.
Well, we're not. LeBron.
I'm
never
just
went to
saying.
college.
I'm sorry.
yeah,
My
he
bad.
would have won
It-
championship.
My
in
fault. My
college.
fault. My fault.
It's obvious he's the greatest. Arguably the greatest college player ever. Probably
Yeah.
he is the greatest college player ever.
Outside of Tim Tebow.
And Christian Laettner. Christian Laettner.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh yeah.
But listen. So okay, here's the question to you. You're a Jordan fan.
I'm an NBA player fan. Go ahead.
You're a Jordan.
You're a Jordan fan. Real bias.
Right. Not real bad.
Why isn't Kareem considered the GOAT when he has more points than Jordan?
Mm-hmm.
He has same amount of rings.
Mm-hmm.
MVP. He has it all.
He has an
Well, he doesn't have it all.
He had an unstoppable shot.
Yeah. Like, why isn't he considered?
Well,
Well, I'm just sitting here
Sky
saying.
hook.
Okay, so how many blocks does he lead in? Kareem.
blocks.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking defense because you don't play on one end of the court.
I'm pretty sure he's up there.
I'm just saying, if you're looking at, you're saying rings. Well, already those two guys are over LeBron to begin with. So that's why I got him third.
I mean, John Havlicek got more rings than
Man,
Jordan.
Bill Russell got more rings than any of them, and he's not the greatest. See, here's the thing about that too. Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain played in an era dominated by a bunch of white guys. They were the biggest things out there. And if truth be told, if you want to say who the greatest is, nobody in history has averaged 50 points a game. Wilt Chamberlain.
Wilt.
So, I mean, if you want to go to that route, but Michael Jordan's impact, nobody has impacted the game in the NBA more than that man.
I mean,
Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
okay. Well, for one, if I had crackheads and cokeheads in my division when I was coming up, then yeah, of course I would be dominant.
Look, I got LeBron number 3, man. What else you want?
Jordan said it himself. Dudes was doing lines in at halftime.
But what do you want me to do? He didn't give them to him.
I'm pretty sure he.
Yeah,
because he has 11 all defensive selections. Jordan got 9, so I'm pretty sure he's up there.
Yeah, he was a pretty good player.
Led in steals in 3 years. Go ahead, keep going.
But who was he stealing the ball
See,
from?
that's what I'm saying.
Look,
So now you're gonna punish the man for who he played.
Listen,
Yes,
No.
because we punish. Hold on, real quick.
Come on, give it to me.
Come on, hold on, real quick now.
Give it to me.
Real quick now.
Hold on, go ahead.
Because we killed LeBron, and here's a dumb argument. I'm not calling nobody on this panel dumb.
I got you.
But I'm calling here's a dumbass argument. When Jordan went to the finals 6 times in the 90s, he dominated, right? But when LeBron went to 8 straight titles, the East was weak. The East
But
was,
he didn't. Huh? What
the
happened?
East wasn't weak in the 90s?
Okay, so he fell short. He didn't show up on one championship run.
Check it out. Even if you say the East is weak, nobody has been the back-to-back since. No, I'm saying what the general consensus says. That, hey, the East was weak, that's why he's able to do it. He leaves the East and lets them have the East. Nobody has been to a back-to-back final since he's left.
Exactly.
Okay, so what? So he left the East and went to the West. So what's the response for that one?
He got a championship.
But no. We're trying to answer that question first.
Bubble, man.
It counts.
Booty.
It counts.
It counts.
But nobody has been to back-to-back in the East since he's left.
I'm just saying it was weak.
But it was so weak.
Was it not weak in the 90s?
It was weak though.
Was it not weak in the
weak.
90s?
It was weak. No, I mean look.
The only 2 players that ever dominate the East like that are those Boston teams, those Bulls teams, and whatever team LeBron was on.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Oh, y'all want to holler LeBron did it all by himself.
Nobody said that. Nobody said that.
He's a part of that.
Look,
but we also have to credit the fact that he's always been Batman.
Who you trying to convince?
And the one time he tried to be Robin,
who you trying to
it
convince?
didn't work.
And the one time he tried to be Robin, Dirk killed him.
Exactly, because he tried to defer to Dwayne Wade. That's why.
You know what? I'm gonna be Robin.
LeBron can't ever be Robin.
Legends don't do that. You want to win. If you want to have fun, go play with LeBron. You want to win championships, go play with Jordan. Plain and simple. You play the game to win championships.
Jordan played 15 years. He don't have 15 championships.
It don't matter. He got more than LeBron.
But again, there's only one category, 2 categories that Jordan is better than Kareem in.
I got to sit up.
That's the Finals MVPs and career player efficiency rate.
What you reading? So something back from 1980 something?
No, these are the stats that I'm looking up.
Hey, look.
He has more all NBA teams, more All-Star appearances.
But they don't talk about that.
More all defenses. He has more MVPs than him, regular season MVPs.
Jordan, Kareem, LeBron.
So why is it not
Kobe,
Kareem?
Magic?
Why has Kareem not been the standard that we look at? Like, why hasn't it not been Kareem, Jordan, and whoever?
I don't know. You might want to, call some guys at ESPN and ask Stephen A. And
you know why?
You might want to ask Perkins.
He's marketable.
He's exactly.
He has shoes.
He changed the game globally.
Yeah,
the game wasn't even global
because he became the face of it.
Yeah,
exactly.
He wasn't even the best player on that Olympics team.
You don't see a lot of 7-foot guys. Nobody's gonna want to be a 7-foot guy.
Nobody
I can't grow to be 7 foot.
Nobody is bashing for Kareem for not being as vocal like other guys are and decide to do things socially on the street
it's
for
probably
a cause.
Politics as well.
Yeah, but nobody's blaming him for that.
His political stance outside of basketball is why they say, you know what, we're gonna use this guy. Jordan never.
But that
talks
was
about
his choice,
politics.
though. That was his choice.
Absolutely,
Kareem's choice.
absolutely. But I'm saying the NBA helped create this narrative of the GOAT,
Actually,
as opposed to looking at it as just from stats and say, let's just compare 2 or 4.
but that's more
5,
media.
and
That's
you know
more
what I'm
media and fans making that though.
That's what I'm saying. The media created this GOAT debate to where it's just like outright Jordan. But if you look, like you said earlier, why is it not Wilt? Why is it not Kareem or Bill Russell? Statistically, every category you look at, those guys' names are always there.
That's
But
a
it,
fact.
it just
Constantly there.
That's
it
a
just
fact.
hurts. It just hurts
And-
those guys.
And
those two.
their names have been there for 30, in this case, almost 40 years.
Right.
Before somebody tops it.
But it just hurts. It hurts Wilt and Bill Russell's argument because
that's
of
not
the
his
age
problem.
they. I understand. I'm just saying that's what hurts them because it was white male dominated, and those guys were giants compared to the entire league. Less teams. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that's right or whatever, but that's what hurts them.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Switching gears.
Oh, one more thing before we get off though.
What's
We
up?
was talking about LeBron finally passing Kareem, but we failed to mention, like I said last week, like if you go and break the record, what good does it do if you lose the game?
I mean, it happens. You win some,
But
you lose some.
They're still within range of everybody else.
Just saying though, it makes no sense. And you said it yourself that
He has to win.
you lose to OKC,
Yeah, it means nothing.
Okay,
Right.
now
We're not gonna remember it.
and they're 2-3 games ahead of them or something like that.
Speaking of
Two-
that,
three now.
speaking of that, you're right. They lost the game, but because of the trade deadline, they got help now. The Lakers got D'Lo. They got is it Mike Beasley or
Malik Beasley.
Malik Beasley?
yeah.
They got Vanderbilt, and they got Mo Bamba.
Absolutely.
So
So
now,
he wins the championship and clears the locker room.
yeah, they got rid of Russ. They got rid of
Still say
Pat
AD is
Beverly.
the key.
Yeah, of course.
Still say AD is the key.
In order for them to get anywhere, because LeBron, he's going to give you consistency, but Anthony Davis has to show up.
Anthony Davis been real bizarre lately too. He didn't even stand up, or he wasn't even interested in.
Well,
the
he
record-breaking
specified that,
moment.
and he said
Yeah,
it.
he spoke
said
about it.
He was bummed about losing. He
Yeah.
said it had nothing to do with him. And then I understand a lot of people probably going to say and say, man, you still supposed to rise up for your teammate. But he came out of the tunnel already pissed from what they were showing. He was like, man, we lost the game,
Yeah, he was pissed because they was losing. And
Right.
As a competitor, I don't blame him for that.
But he
Right,
didn't
right.
help his cause. My man's on the OKC was washing him all night.
He was
Out hustling him, everything. He
This is
played
true.
like it was a championship game
This
for him.
is true.
Yo,
This is true.
OKC was hitting every three
Right.
possible.
He
They
didn't
looked like
help
the
his cause.
Warriors that day. Now, although that's not the biggest news of the trade deadline, there's a guy, 7-foot guy that formerly was in Brooklyn. He's now in Phoenix with the Super Bowl.
Durant
Is
Super Bowl.
Arizona. Kevin Durant. Now, I got a couple guys that came to me and asked me my thoughts, and I asked them, well, not does it hurt Kevin Durant's legacy, but does it prove that Kevin Durant is not a leader?
I don't know about that one because Kyrie Irving was a man on his own,
He was, but not with LeBron.
but he was also younger then, and he stirred up problems after that championship. So we don't know if it was stirred up during that time or not. But that showed us he's want to be his own man.
Yeah,
So-
absolutely.
But as far as the rest of the guys on the team, those guys looked up to KD.
Well, yeah, he's taller than him.
So, yeah, point taken. But yeah, I'm not gonna say he's not a good leader. Sometimes he can be selfish too, with the Twitter thing going on and all
Yeah.
this and that. But I don't know if the trade is gonna sit there and say he's not a leader. I do know that they are. I still have Boston winning. Still have Boston winning, but the championship. But the Suns are second.
The Suns?
Yes.
Boston.
I got Boston one, just chances to win. I think I still got Boston at the top, but the Suns are right there with them. And Milwaukee.
I mean, to answer your question, I think we probably had to just change the narrative on who Kevin Durant is. He's what Kawhi did for the Raptors. He's just that piece to get you over the hump.
Okay.
Is he
That's a great point.
is he a leader? Yeah, I mean he led that young OKC team for a while, and he also led them to the NBA Finals. They were just too young for that.
But
that
was he the leader or was Russ the leader?
I think he's just a contributing piece.
Okay.
I don't think he's a leader in terms of the definition. Like, I'm gonna get the most out of these guys with whatever is around me, because his personality is just to himself.
Because this is the second time that he's been in a leadership position and hasn't gotten the job done. First time was in Oklahoma City, and then he wasn't a leader in with the Warriors, or like you said, he was just a piece that they added because they already had a culture and a leader on that squad. And then he comes to Brooklyn, and this was his opportunity to. Kevin Durant is a phenomenal all-time great player, but this was his opportunity to prove that the Warriors needed me just as much as I needed them. Two, I didn't really necessarily needed them. It was just something that I wanted to do. But and not to say anything negative, but it's like, granted, you go into these stacked teams, and I don't see the whole outrage like when LeBron was going to these teams. It's not nearly as much outrage as Kevin Durant going to a stacked team.
Well, leadership is totally different between LeBron James and Kevin Durant. That's totally different. I mean, you talking about somebody that has control over what coach he gets. Okay, you know what I'm saying? They can't even.
KD did the same thing in Brooklyn.
Try.
He did.
No, he did.
He asked for
Steve Nash.
Yeah.
Well, I
that
mean,
was his
They
guy.
mortgaged for Steve Nash.
And you see how that went.
Exactly.
So it's not the same situation far as someone that's got his hands in the front office as well. See the leadership between LeBron is totally different versus KD. So I don't know if I can compare them two.
Well,
as far as that goes.
There's different aspects of being a leader, though. Anybody can lead you. It's just where they leading you the right way. I can lead you straight to hell if I needed to. But is that where you want to be? No. But Kevin Durant is just an over-the-top guy. He just needs – you hear him speaking when, like, he says, you know who I am. I'm Kevin Durant. Those things are not qualities of a leader. A leader will never have a point to prove if he's never going to – he should have never left Steph. He should have stayed with Steph.
Yeah.
You leave Steph and whatever you had going on there to silence the media of, I'm going to go over here. We're going to build a team, just 2 stars.
But the problem
and
with
Kyrie.
Steph, the problem was with Draymond.
Yeah.
So what we should have got rid of Draymond.
A leader finds a way to maneuver around those
Exactly.
things, as opposed to running and I'm going to go across the street, I'm going to build my own thing and prove to you that you need me, I don't need you. Like, no. You just stay there. Figure it out. If he gotta go, he gotta go.
Yeah. All leaders are
LeBron traded Dwayne Wade. Like, yo, he got to go. He's useless to me.
Yeah. All leaders are vocal.
Yeah,
all leaders are vocal.
And Kevin Durant is not very vocal.
Yeah, that's what I was
He doesn't even
gonna
like
say.
talking to the media.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So he's a different type of a player, but I don't think this hurts his legacy. It just helps us define more what he is.
Are the Suns the favorite right now?
In the West.
Well, it's the Suns or Denver. Denver is very interesting.
I agree with that.
Hold on. So you mean to tell me that even after these moves, that the Ja Morant-led Memphis Grizzlies are not the favorites? Because C.J. McCullough.
Ja's been getting killed because the minute he said I'm fired over here, the next day everybody went over.
A few
what I'm
moments
saying.
later,
Everybody.
And I want whoever gave him the interview the first time. I want them to ask him, "Are you still good in the West?"
Well, he has no choice but to say yeah.
Yeah, you can't back away from it now and say, "Nah, I'm scared." You can't do that.
Listen, not for nothing. Luka and Kyrie look good together. Pause.
For now, I noticed at the end of the game where that timeout play, Kyrie got the ball and handed the ball right back, and he stood like instead of running all the way to the corner like 4 flat, he's still like maybe 2 steps away from him, keeping his defender there.
They gotta get used to it.
I don't think he's comfortable with that yet.
Not yet. They gotta get used to
You
it.
got another whole half a season to go after the All-Star
For
game.
now, but-
so we'll see how that goes.
Defensively too, they're
Furthermore.
gonna get killed.
Yeah.
Give up 30. You put up 30, but you're giving up 30.
But they gave up arguably their best defensive player and sent them back to Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Sent them
Finney
to Brooklyn.
Smith.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I mean that right there is going to hurt them.
Then you got 2 guards that couldn't stop a nosebleed.
Yeah.
Suns just got better, man. Still got Aiken.
Lakers got better.
They got Lakers did get better. They did get better, but
They're younger,
the
Yeah.
fact
way younger.
the fact remains if AD's not there, it's not going to matter.
Yeah, because you can't put everything on Braun's shoulders no more.
But the
He
Suns
started-
though, they got they
Look,
I'm a KD fan, so I don't agree with a lot of things he do. I'm like saying you're more vocal on tweets and things than you are with your own team. Granted he should have stayed, like you say, he should have stayed with the Warriors, but
when we come back from break, I got an interesting question I want to ask y'all
okay.
All right, so
based on his trades and all that.
Nam, take us to break.
Are we done talking about LeBron?
We're going to break, bro. We're going to break.
Go ahead, say it again.
We're going to break. We'll be right back.
All right.